been in there with him and been his primary sparring partner. Can you see like a big difference between like the earlier Wilder, Gerald Washington, Luis Ortiz to like now Zhilei Zhang and like the Joseph Parker version of Deontay?
Mm, I really don't. Um, yeah, I can say it's been a little difference. It's a
Mm.
little difference. It's not the same because things have changed. We can all say, oh, it's the same, but circumstances, the team's not the same. He doesn't have the same people he won his first. The same people he won everything and with is not the same people he's with now.
Mm.
At one point in time, like again, Malik that's my guy.
Yeah,
You know, Malik knows my grandfather. My grandfather took him to tournaments when Malik was a teenager.
yeah,
And at one point in time, Malik was an opponent for Wilder.
yeah,
So things have definitely changed. A former opponent of his, a former guy he was getting ready to fight, what I mean, is, seeing the best interest in him now. So, what I mean, things have changed. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying for the worse or anything, but things have definitely changed, but I see you know, and sometimes, man, you know, certain level of hunger is not there. Sometimes, when you reach a certain pinnacle. I was just reading, kind of getting off subject, but I'm kind of reading something about my boy Tank. I'm a big Javante Davis fan, and
yeah,
he was just kind of like talking about something about not being in the spotlight or something. I
yeah.
read somewhere, and they just like, long as he got his money and could take care of his family and do whatever he want to do, he really doesn't care about the spotlight. But you ask a young Javante Davis that, on his way to become champion, he wanted that spotlight because that's how he was going to get into the position to talk like how he is now.
Yeah.
So you know, when you reach the certain pinnacle, the hunger probably goes away. You know?
At this stage in your career, do you need a Deontay Wilder fight to kind of push you to that next level?
Yes. That's
Mm.
why I love the fight, bro. You know what I mean? That's why I shared it, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yes, any type of level of a fight like that. You know what I mean? Deontay is like he's the last world champion to come from America, besides Andy Ruiz, by the way, of Mexico, but a true American, represented America in the Olympics. Deontay Wilder's the last heavyweight to do that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's like, that'll be like a passing of the torch. It'll be such like if we fought and I get a chance to fight Deontay and become victorious, it'll be just like Larry Holmes and Ali. Somebody that's just in his camp, been in his camp at some of the big fights, and it's a passing of the torch thing. I feel like that's what it'll be.
How upsetting, because, like I said, I spoke to somebody very, very close to you, and, he kind of just made it seem like, that fight, he hasn't heard about it, no
Yeah.
talks or anything like that. So, like, how difficult is it for you if that fight doesn't happen? Because you kind of go from, I could be fighting Wilder, and if I beat Wilder, I'm probably voting in like to the top 10 of like all sanctioning bodies. So
Yeah.
if the fight doesn't happen, now you're just like, and now I gotta fight some. I still gotta beat this other guy, but it's not gonna be like the same thing, you know?
Well, it's like, this is what I signed up for, It's
Mm.
like it's boxing. You know what I mean? It's, give and take opportunities. You might win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day and try to take every opportunity you can to get to the top, right? Isn't that's the sport, right? It's not cherry pick, it's not have, these promoters hold your hand until you get into a certain level and let you fight some old guy, now you world champion. That's not the true essence of boxing. Boxing is what I've been going through, bro. And that's seeing all the both sides of the sport. You know what I mean? The good and the bad side, but still loving the sport, Still
Mm.
loving the sport, still going forward, and still grinding with the same wit and the same, enthusiasm you had as you went, like I had when I was 7 years old when I first stepped foot in a real boxing gym and actually started, training and getting ready for fights.